Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not science specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all, welcome in. Also, yes, I have to always repeat this. If you're relatively new to my channel, my readings read into the future a little bit, so you might want to go back into my archives. Maybe 6 to 8 months, you might find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to use my double deck. I'm not going to do an oracle pull. We're just going to jump right in and see what's going on. All right. What's going on? Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good, having a productive week. Have had a productive week. Have a good weekend. Whenever you catch this, my readings are timeless. All right, let's jump in. This energy feels like it's giving a different level of fuck around and find out. Because it looks like someone might have been, I want to say in competition with you, but it feels kind of like a one-sided competition. I don't get the impression that you were like, I don't get the impression that you were involved in a competition. I think this person, I heard, waged war. Okay. So this feels like a one-sided competition. Somebody may have decided to wage war against you. However, they're the ones that are feeling stuck and bound to whatever this drama is that they initially caused. This definitely could be somebody that you might be either at a distance from, or you're just not giving any, you're not looking at it. You're not giving any attention to it. I love the energy that you are in. Boundaries fully enforced. But you move with such integrity and honesty and transparency. Like you're open to discuss the conflict, whatever this is. Maybe not necessarily with them, but if anybody were to ask you, you'd be willing to say whatever it is you need to say about it. Especially if the person that you're at odds with wasn't really emotionally supportive to you in the first place. Okay. Yeah, this person feels super stagnant, very ungrounded. Because, child, you moved on. You moved on, and they're kind of stuck. I feel like they're stuck. I heard they're left holding the bag. Yeah, you don't want to deal with them. This person you may have deemed this person as being somebody who wasn't a team player. Like they made you put a lot of effort into, or a lot of thought into, because this feels like you somebody putting in a lot of thought. This is a lot of stress. So somebody may have created this weird dynamic with you. Again, it's centered around competition, It's kind of centered. I do see a little bit of ego here, like their ego is flared. I also get the impression too that this person is definitely ungrounded, but I feel like they became ungrounded when you removed yourself. You may have blocked communication. This person could be at a distance from you and they may be unable to travel towards you, or you know, whatever blockages you would, because you got your boundaries up. So whatever blockages you got in place to prevent this person from even being in your face, they're they're very secure. Um and you might have even done it in a way where you might not have been entirely sure of the outcome once you walked away, but you did it anyway. Oh, look at the clarity. The clarity you gained since you made your exit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The clarity that you've gained since you walked away. Um, I think the clarity that you got was more that the fact that this person wasn't a team player, they weren't really on your side. Um, they may have decided to. I heard the words partner up, but it almost feels like they had other people to entertain them in your absence. So your attitude probably was like, well, you probably don't even care anyway. You probably shouldn't even care anyway. Um, Oh, I love how you're prioritizing. I love because when I see the Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles talks about most readers talk about like the juggle of trying to, balance work. Two situations like work and home life or whatever. For me, it's more about the prioritization and where you place the energy to prioritize what aspect of your life are you prioritizing over another. And this feels like for me like this is like the revelation that the person that that you were dealing with, that you're in conflict with, or may have, like I said, they're in a one-sided competition. Like you don't have any beef, but they may have some kind of weird one-sided thing going on, right? But that prevents them from actually showing up and being the team player. But for you, this is you not wanting to work with. Obviously you don't want to be bothered with nobody like this. You're good on your own, you're stable, and I feel like you positioned yourself. Once you moved away from whatever this is, it allowed you to find the stability that you may not have been able to accomplish in the past while having this person or people in your life. Um, okay, now I hadn't considered this, but it don't matter which cards I use, it still comes out. It's like somebody here is either looking into you or asking questions or doing some kind of research or investigating. It has something to do with your absence, and if it's not even just the absence, it's the fact that you have these boundaries and you have moved on. Like you have moved on. Not only did you move on physically, you've moved on mentally. Like you're focusing on things that matter to you. Okay. Now, I do see the energy of somebody clearly seeing a difference. Um, but this energy here feels like, because this Eight of Swords is a little bit different than like other versions of the Eight of Swords. This person chose to tie themselves to something for stability. Could be a house. Could be a house. But there's some worry here about either a large sum of money, the loss of a large sum of money, or the fact that it's being hidden. So this could be the discovery of that. This could be somebody trying to, it's like somebody at a literally at a crossroad, because here's the truth. Here's the truth. The truth about the loss of this substantial amount of money. Okay. Oh. I've said this before. I feel like there's somebody here that may need some financial assistance. They're hoping that you'll be generous with them. Crazy thing about it is that, yes, if this is somebody in your family, if this is somebody in your family, and if it's not family, it could be somebody that you've just known for a long time. Maybe you've known them for a long time, like, so you kind of think of them like family. But you've cultivated this relationship over a long period of time. Whoever this person is that's in like this weird ass one-sided competition with you, child, they are not loyal. They have no loyalties to you. They have no loyalties to you. So if they should present themselves, they're coming to you with their hand out with an expectation that maybe you would be generous. Maybe you've always been generous. Maybe even when you didn't have a whole lot, you were still generous with your energy and time. You were generous with your energy and time with somebody who never really invested in you the way that you would invest in them. You know the truth of that. The truth is you're financially stable. You got a stable home life, emotionally balanced. I do feel like when this person arrives or presents themselves, I do believe that you will reject them just the way that they had rejected you in the past. Strong possibility. Well, ooh, damn. This the whole last row of cards. They're shit out of luck. This relationship is over. You ain't thinking about giving to these people. If this is family or somebody that you've known for a long time, you've already walked away from it, so you've already released it from your mental. You're not tripping off of it. You're not stuck. If at one point in your life you had been stuck, you're not stuck anymore. You recognize that this person is not part of your wish fulfillment. Carrying the load for somebody else and not your wish fulfillment, it would be an absolute asinine thing to do for you to step in and try to help them if they need it. Relationship is in disharmony. You've made new choices. It is not a good investment of your time, effort, or energy to be concerned with somebody who's never been loyal to you. You might have, somebody here may have ghosted. Either you ghosted this person or they have ghosted you. Maybe they've ghosted you. I feel like this person wants to come towards you, but here's the thing. Like I said, I feel like you're so protected. I feel like you're protected in a way that prevents this person or these people or whoever from approaching you. Because like I said, like they don't have the means. Either you have them blocked. Somebody here might even be wanting, they're, okay, this also looks like maybe a message that hasn't reached you. So this could talk about a message that hasn't, oh, this whole row, now that I'm looking at it, this row looks like there could be a message. Other people are involved with it too. They may have been, okay, you know, I don't like using the word coven and all that shit, but this literally could be somebody here having done some type of energy work, some energy manipulation over other people to convince them to work with them, to, you know, work together with them. Or they are aware, these people are aware of this message that may not have been received by you, that has something to do with stability or a home or potentially a large sum of money. Again, same energy. Somebody could be investigating or researching or looking into the fact of, you know, why. Yeah. Interesting contrast that I have on the board here. So you could be in the public eye and somebody here maybe have been spreading lies about you to knock you off your square. So whoever this person is, they're not a good person. Okay. So this goes back like a couple of readings where I was like, you know, somebody tells other people, you know, some shit about you, and then this person kind of, they have the ability to see you. Like I said, you could be in the public eye, but they had the ability to see you. So whatever they said about you versus what they're seeing for themselves, those two things do not match. They don't match. So it's very confusing for somebody. So this could even be like the awareness, like whoever's looking into it, they can see that somebody, that this person is jealous of you. Whoever they're getting their information from, this person is jealous of you. Yeah, they're seeing it with the sun. They're seeing it with the sun. Yeah. Yes. You're in the public eye. They've been trying to knock you off your square, and the crazy part about it is they haven't been able to stop you. They can't stop you. They haven't been able to. And mostly it's because you're on your north node. Somebody here may also be operating out of their south node. And somebody is witnessing the fact that someone is getting negative karma right now. With justice and judgment both in the reverse with the Ace of Swords here. And it's not just one person, it's a few people. Everybody who's involved is getting a taste of it. Whoop, there it is. Somebody is seeing that maybe there was something toxic within the connection. The reality is that you've released the toxicity. And I feel like, just based on the way the cards are placed, it almost feels like I said, I've been saying it, the moment you walked away or moment you had the realization of what you were dealing with, when you release this energy and you end the cycle, things get better. Things are better. Again, because it can be seen. Yep, somebody's lost some kind of control. Yeah, somebody's definitely lost control of this situation. Definitely lost control of this situation. Dealing with a set of unfortunate circumstances. They may definitely be trying to avoid some kind of jail time for whatever they've done. Oh, look. Let's take these. Yeah, somebody's receiving judgment. And you're walking away from this situation because you really had a chance to, I want to say you really had some time to kind of pause and look at the circumstances of the dynamic with, you know, a different set of glasses. Like maybe you took off the rose-colored glasses and you put on some clear ones. And you're realizing that whatever this relationship dynamic is, particularly if we're talking about a mother energy. I was going to try to do this whole reading without genderizing any of it, but I do have a strong mother energy out here. And I feel like the biggest problem between you and this person, and again, she don't have to be your mother, just somebody who is a mother. She's not very good at it. Very needy, clinging, superficial, jealous, bitter, petty Betty. She's not a nice person. And that's largely part of the reason why there's disharmony within the relationship. It would be a poor investment of your energy and time to even deal with her. Okay. But I also see that I feel like you recognize that there's no growth, whether within the person or within the dynamic. There's no growth here, or it doesn't allow you an opportunity for growth. Yeah. And so if it is a mother figure, I think too, I wouldn't, I mean, we've all talked about this, and I see the comments that you guys make about our mothers. Cause it's funny. It's like, I don't give a damn about tradition. Cause this is the energy of somebody. Your mother tried to weaponize her motherhood. So it's almost like I'm your mother, do what I say. You know what I mean? And the thing is that she misused her position in your life in order to govern some kind of, you know, control over you, to dictate your life and to dictate your relationships. I also see the energy here too. If you're in a relationship, how she's tried to even affect your other relationships outside of the relationship with her. So, yeah, no. Mm, yeah, you may have grown in the absence of this person. Mm-hmm. And the entire time, yeah, whatever this. Okay, so remember I said there might have been a little juju here. Um, if this person was doing juju over you, one, you've got protection. You've got protection. You're protected. But it feels like the work that they have been doing on you had a lot to do with trying to affect your intuition. It had a lot to do with trying to affect your intuition. Okay. There's a lot here. Because this also feels like a little bit like a false high priestess, like somebody who acts as though they know things. Because again, somebody here was trying to knock you off your square. Somebody here was trying to bring you down a couple of notches and maybe imply that like you don't know as much as you like. Okay, I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't care. So it would be the equivalent of, say, my mother going around telling people that I don't know what I'm talking about and that, my readings are shit or whatever. Right. But the whole thing is, what they've been trying to do is hide the fact that they are the ones, because what this looks like, it's like telling somebody that they don't like, oh, don't listen to her, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but I am connected to the divine, and I know, I have this, because I've been doing it for since longer than she's been alive, and da 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 da. And what people are seeing, or what somebody is witnessing, is that maybe the energy that you might have been in when you were in the presence of your mother, you're no longer in that energy, because you needed that kind of like a certain level of isolation so that you could like heal and kind of reparent yourself and undo some of the shit that your mother had done, right? um but I also feel like somebody here is seeing the truth that maybe this person doesn't really have the kind of wisdom that they imply that they do. Mm-hmm. And it definitely can see where if somebody was talking trash about your work or about what you do, or that you're lazy and that you don't know shit and you don't do nothing, what people are witnessing is the perseverance and the amount of work that you've done to get you where you are right now. You worked hard for the position that you're in. Hell, just like I worked hard to build this channel. I worked hard to build my brands. So someone here, remember I said there could have been a message here that was blocked or that you haven't received. Because in this card, this woman is holding a letter, like holding a letter in her hand, but the communication hasn't been received by you. Maybe she's experiencing this negative karma due to the fact that you don't have this message, or the message hasn't been released to you. Moon. Mm-hmm. Something's being hidden. The nature of why the relationship has failed and this message are both being hidden. Oh, something about the loss of a home, the potential loss of a home, and there's been an ongoing cycle. I heard circle of chaos. Yo. You know what this looks like? Somebody's trying to hide a gift. Illuminate, and they're doing it with all this passion because like it feels like they're fiercely trying to hide something, and they're emotional about the loss of the connection. The thing is that whatever is being hidden is going to come to light, and I feel like, ooh, somebody has to speak up about some abundance, or they have to release somebody. There's like somebody being vocal about abundance or about something that creates abundance, but somebody has to release it. Somebody here is going through, I want to say they're going through a dark night of the soul. They're afraid though. They're afraid. And with you, like you're not, your energy is coming, or the energy along this bottom line, I want to say this is all you. The energy that's along this whole bottom line, it feels like you listen to the divine. You listen to these intuitive nudges that you get, and because of that, you are experiencing some kind of good luck despite whatever roadblocks have been thrown in front of you. And despite the fact that this relationship may have come to an end, you still appear to be incredibly balanced. You may have a lot of, irons in the fire, and you've got a lot of things on your mind, but even though you have a lot going on, you still maintain this level of balance that I feel like it really confuses people, because they don't understand how you can be. It's like if things are going crazy in your life, like the things that were literally sent to you to break you down, you know what I'm talking about. All of the weird things that have been happening in your life over the course of the last several years, those things, each of them, were meant to break you down. You're not in that energy. You're not all broke down. You're not sitting in a corner rocking yourself and crying unconsolably. You're not doing any of those things. You're thriving. You're on your North Node. You're persevering. You're doing your thing. And you've unlocked through your intuition. You're tapped in. Whoever I'm talking to, you're super tapped in. And you listen to your intuition, and you allow spirit to guide you. You probably even, and I'm not even saying that you're a spiritualist, but you're probably your intuition, because everybody doesn't use their intuition for tarot and stuff like that. But whoever I'm talking to, You may have even predicted this, whatever's going on in this person's life. You may have, verbalized it in some kind of way. Folks are shook. Damn, 10 of Cups in the reverse. So, somebody ain't happy because you moved on. Because you moved on, got new opportunities, and they're stuck. Again, they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stagnant. They want to travel. They're unable to. They want to reach out to you. They're blocked. Child, this person is pissed off. Stuck. And the crazy part about it is they're upset because you've chosen to move on and they can't come with you. You're like, you know what? You want to be mad. You want to be in a competition. You want to be angry. You want to be in conflict. Be in that conflict by yourself. Child, they're beside themselves. This person is emotionally manipulative. Again, like I said, they try to use their position in your life to manipulate you and convince you to do things that you don't want to do. I said somebody is, and yeah, they're experiencing some kind of, they're experiencing some negative karma. They're dealing with some unfortunate circumstances, and it's all revolving around this conflict. They shouldn't have came for you. They shouldn't have came for you. They gotta let it go. They gotta let it go. And then you got somebody over here who's like really looking at something from a different, they're looking at this objectively from a different point of view. But I have somebody here who's like really looking, they're like, damn, because whatever they were doing, they can't do it no more. And there's somebody here is definitely seeing the fact that you're not going backwards. You're not dealing with, if this is family, you're not dealing with your family. You're not checking for them. You ain't entertaining them. You ain't looking back. None of that. I love this. You made a choice to walk away. And then I'm like, what I heard was like you walked away. They're pissed. This woman is pissed. She mad. She mad about the circumstances of her life. And there is this risk of incarceration. Like if you felt trapped and bound to the situation, you're not trapped and bound no more. But this person might be. They might be. A gossipy woman who interferes. A gossipy woman who interferes. She comes across as like somebody who would support you, but actually sabotages. The devil. Money is a driving force because this person is greedy. They're trying to infringe on your wish fulfillment. Situations coming to a head, brewing disputes, quarrels, forgotten friends or family. So somebody feels like you maybe you forgot about them. Child, hardly. You just don't deal with them. Failing to keep promises, disappointment. Somebody that disappoints you, or disappointing situation. Yeah, it's interfering with marriage. Because I'm like, okay, what does the marriage card have to do with this? Somebody interfering with a marriage. This person's been trying to interfere with your marriage if you're married, because somebody here, okay, then we have lawsuit, legal action, disputes or quarrels, separation or divorce. Say there's like some kind of one-sided beef. So maybe you're experiencing, or you've experienced, some spiritual growth. You're a good friend. You're somebody that people go to like cheer them up. You know what's funny? It looks like somebody here is jealous of the fact that you're chasing your dreams. This person is experiencing setbacks, minor misfortune, short illness, temporary setbacks. So maybe they're disappointed because they have setbacks. Indecisiveness, inability to make decisions, making and breaking plans. Transformation, somebody's experiencing karma or dark night of the soul, sudden death or move. Complete and forced change. I also feel like this woman was trying to, like I said, they were trying to interfere with your marriage or trying to create some kind of endings if you're married. Nah, she don't deserve no grace. Yeah, this could definitely have something to do with friends or frenemies that may have gotten involved. They're all their goal really was to affect somebody's stability. It almost like feels like destiny swapping. Somebody's jealous. If you've got a family, husband, children of your own, this person is jealous of your own nucleus family dynamic. An event, celebration, or a party. Maybe you're going. I have two cards out here about going to a party or a wedding, or maybe traveling. Maybe somebody's traveling for a wedding. Success beyond your expectations. Yeah, this woman is jealous of, maybe you have a successful marriage and they're trying to interfere. Ew. Or maybe they sent someone in to interfere with your marriage. Yeah, they're jealous of your social status. And the fact that you may have a lot of friends or supporters. Somebody here is dealing with bad news, loss, or death. Illness, miscarriage. There's a letter or a package or an important message that it's connected to the quarrels amongst the family. And this indecisive person, they may be an old maid or a bachelor. Like they could be single. They're picky about their partners. Yeah, false friends or traitors. Okay, so some of these people that you've been involved with, they're fake friends. Someone will betray you. False friends, traitor. Examine the relationship closely. So I'm telling you, everybody that was involved is getting some of this negative karma, whatever is going on. Hectic life, unable to rest. Somebody's having sleepless nights. Yeah, I said, like here I was talking about celebration or a party or travel. I have another card about travel and marriage. Like, so maybe you're living a really comfortable, stable life while somebody else is dealing with hectic, instability. Adventure, a move. Adventure, a move in hopes of advancement. So maybe somebody's going to move. Maybe you're thinking about moving. Yeah. So there's been a woman or a couple of women that have been trying to affect your relationship if you're in one. Something about your home environment. Somebody may have to move, or there may be some travel or change of address. That's come out a couple of times about like moving or a home. Trouble, arguments, loss of relationships, unresolved dispute. I love this. Bottom of the deck, success in business or love after hard work. So yeah, we like it. I'm trying to think, what deck do I want to use? For shits and giggles, I haven't used the Auntie on deck cards in a long time. So let's get some of these. Okay. The cycle is finally over. You made it. Congratulations. You may be seeing synchronicities of 444, convictions and opportunities. Trust yourself. Redirect your attention. Focus on yourself. Get out of your feelings. Somebody's being a brat. Get out of your feelings. Somebody's not being honest. They're wearing a false mask. Release the past to move towards the future. Adjust your perspective. See all sides. It's time to go. You already know. Are you sure? You're sending the universe mixed signals. Clearly decide. Stagnant energy is preventing forward movement. Someone needs to get unstuck. May also be seeing synchronicities of 888. Abundance is coming. Benefits and rewards. Forgive yourself. You didn't know then, but you know now, right? When you know better, you do better. Release control. Stop trying to force an outcome. Everything happens in divine timing, not your timing. Cut cords. Detach or take a spiritual bath. And let's take this last card. Toxic patterns, gaslighting, codependency, manipulation, and love bombing. These are control tactics that have been used against you in order to manipulate and control you. All right. Let's get some truth cards. All right, we have balancing act, notice the signs, throwing shade. So you got somebody throwing shade. Ask for help. Child, you better not be throwing shade at me and then asking me for help, because that ain't gonna work. Not that I intend on helping you anyway. Then I have returning to you. So somebody's throwing shade, they're gonna return to you asking for help because they're feeling alone. Someone's feeling alone. There's a happy outcome. Someone may be getting a new home, a new lifestyle. Someone may be repeating the past. Somebody's checking your social media. Family issues are relevant. Energy cleansing. Yeah. And if you're moving into a new home, absolutely, it should just be a standard thing. When you move into a new place, you should always cleanse it. Like not just bleach. Look, not just the bleach and pine sol, but run through that with Palo Santo or some sage, okay? There's more to come. There's an ending here. I love this, repeating the past and then ending right here. And then somebody desires reconnection. And the last card out is harvest. You know, I usually think of the harvest as like Libra season, right? In the fall. And at the bottom of the deck, I have deepening bond. Okay. Let's look at the synchronicities. I have 13, 13, 77, 244, 110, 113, and 114. 123. All right, let's look at the dates. I have January the 9th, the 10th, the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 23rd. I have March the 4th, March the 7th, March 9th, March 15th. I have April 7th, April 15th, April 3rd, April 6th, April 24th, April 23rd, or April 9th. I have July the 4th, July 3rd, July 6th, July 15th, July 12th, July 24th. Oh, I have June 4th, June 7th, June 15th, June 23rd, and 24th. I have September the 1st, September the 13th, September the 10th, September 3rd and 4th. Did I say September 15th? I have October the 1st, October the 9th, October 13th, October 15th. I have December the 7th, December the 15th, December the 24th. Yeah. All right, we got 4th house, 7th house, 10th house. So there's relationships, there's family, then your relationships one-on-one. 10th house is work, your career. Then we have Cancer, Gemini, and I think this is Virgo. Cancer, Gemini, Virgo. I have Pluto out here twice with Mercury. So we know Mercury's communication. Pluto is control, power dynamics in the relationship, especially within your family dynamic with the 4th house. It may even affect your work with the 10th house. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this last card, the Chinese 5 elements. Earth, Ox. One with the universe. All right. Earth is a sign. Oh, Earth is an element associated with the center. In traditional Chinese medicine, there are 3 energy centers in the body. The lower dantian, located below the navel, is closely related to the gut. The middle is located in the center of the chest, is what many of us refer to as the heart center. The upper relates closely to the 3rd eye. When the 3 centers are aligned, we experience not only a feeling of peace and calm, but also a state of oneness with the universe. Clarity comes effortlessly when we are centered. This card is a reminder for you to return to your center whenever you feel like you're losing your focus. You've been patiently working towards your dreams and creating a solid foundation for abundance. Your resilience and dedication have been noticed by your allies and mentors who can guide you further on the path. Keep doing the work and trust the support will be there when you need it. All right, my guys and ladies. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate it into the algorithm. If you'd like to book a personal reading more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and my books are always open. Shh. Hush, Lucky. All right, guys. This is my sign to go. Take care until next time. Bye.